Hey there, YouTube. This is Fragments of Memory once again, aka the Armchair Philosopher. This one is for a gentleman by the name of Contaggiuz. And I've looked at some of your vids and I sympathize with you. Hell, I'll take it back. I empathize with you. I know what it means to feel as though you are this hideous person. I know what it means to feel like persons of the opposite sex don't want you. And you always seem to get passed over. And you feel it's because of your looks or because you lack the confidence in yourself. Well, everyone's going to tell you to have confidence in yourself. Well, I think you should. Or, well, I think you should, period. I also want to add that you can't let someone else's opinion of you shape your mindset. Whatever things happened in your past, man, and I'm going to say this to me as well as to you, you got to forgive them. Doesn't mean you agree with what happened. It don't even mean that you're okay with what happened or that you're letting them off the hook, but you are going to forgive them. And I think that would do best for the both of us. Whatever people did, they did what they did because they had some issues within themselves and some baggage and some monsters they had to fight within themselves. So, and I know how hard that is to do. But I say for your sake, do it, man, because that person that did whatever they did to you, man, I don't know your story. I haven't looked at all your vids. I've looked at some of them. They did what they did with because of the stuff they believed in, because of the makeup that they have. So you got to understand that people have their own demons that they wrestle with. So man, let let that alone. Let that shit alone. Excuse my language. Just forgive those people. Realize that they're not perfect. They are flawed and they are scarred and they are distorted in character. And that you have to be the better individual. You are the better individual. And at least you recognize where you're coming from. Yes, we all wrestle with insecurity. I do. You do. We all wrestle with some insecurity. We all have some little insecurities about us. But the beauty of life is we roll with it, man. We roll with it. The thing is, you are alive and you are ready to kick butt and take names because every day you're living is a chance to do something different. Every day that you're alive, every day that you're walking upon the earth is a day to make a different choice. And take some inventory of who you are because I think you're probably one hell of a guy. So what I would say is don't get hung up on what some lady thinks about you. Number one, I think your first priority is to focusing on yourself. Get yourself spiritually right. Get yourself mentally right. Just focus on you, man. Because I think in today's climate, we do have this sort of attitude of thirstiness among men. As the women dress more provocatively, generally speaking, we seem to belong for that companionship of a woman. And naturally, we're supposed to want women and all of that. But we shouldn't be trying to break ourselves to be with somebody or feel bad because you're lemon lime meringue ice cream and she wants butter pecan. So quit trying to be butter pecan in order to please her. Keep being lemon lime meringue ice cream. Don't try to be butter pecan or black walnut because she's looking at that. If she's looking at that, that's on her. That's not on you, dude. But there is someone that is going to want lemon meringue pie, as opposed to butter pecan ice cream. And then that's the one you look at. And sometimes it may not be what you're looking for. And sometimes I think also with us as men too, we still have the fantasy of the video vixen. I think there's a YouTuber, Testazelle, Ghetto Cyrano, and he always talked about how we want this video vixen, but we want her to act like Mother Teresa. So just as women have too many high standards, quote unquote, men too have unreasonable standards at times. And I think we both need to kind of look at things realistically and say, number one, am I ready? If I got everything I want, would I be happy? Number two, Do I deserve all these demands I'm making on the women of the world? Or do I deserve all the things that I'm making demands I'm making on the men of the world? Or should I be a little bit more realistic and focus on you, man? I mean, yes, sometimes it's nice to have someone to hug and someone to kiss and someone to be with, but that's not where it's at, man. You gotta be real about you. And the first love is you. Well, first love is to God and then to yourself. So take care of who you are, man. Get your life in order. And even if your life's in order, get you in order. Just be like, hey, dude, it's all about contagious today. Not being selfish and taking away from others. Still give to people, but don't be so caught up in your mind, because I know what it is to be trapped in your own head sometimes, and you're caught up in your own movie in your mind. So, brother, man, I salute you. Keep your head up. I did this for a cat named Jam Brandon, dude, back in the day. Just keep your head up, because it's some weird stuff. This world is a crazy place, but dude, keep your insular Tahiti. When the world is crazy, man, get your insular Tahiti on. Take care of your star player, as Cat Williams used to say. Well, be easy like Sunday morning. I hope to hear more vids from you, though, homie. And whoever said you were foolish and grow balls and all that, ignore that asshole. I mean, really, he's probably a prick anyway. What you need to do, honestly, yes, I respect the fact that you are using YouTube as a catharsis. This is this is cathartic for you. This is cleansing for you. And I'm gonna say, keep making your vids. I would just say, put it in a more positive direction, man. Be well, take care. Be easy like Sunday morning.